Hello, welcome back to another video. One big update, if you haven't got me on Instagram, I have bought some new wheels. If you do follow me on social media, you'll know that I've been looking for quite some time for something with a polished lip, and now I have some. I looked for some second-hand ones for ages, but couldn't find any that I'd liked, so I just went and bought some new ones. So this is them. Right, so these are my wheels. The rear ones here are 9.5 wide and the front ones are 8.5. So these are made by River/Dare. If you're looking for these wheels, you probably won't find the staggered fitment set, because I had to order them direct from Dare. The back ones are River and the front ones are Dare, but they're the same wheel. So if you search on any other website, you won't get the results with the staggered ones. I had these printed as well, off my friend. I'll put his link in. You can print you any sticker just to see what they look like, what they come out with. They fit really well, to be fair. Got 225/40 tyres on the back, so it's just enough space. And then the front, exactly the same. I did have to run a 5mm spacer on the front, but yeah, I think they look really nice. I do need a clean now though. So that's my new wheels. I'll probably do a little video of my car, like a cinematic one, at some stage. And then today we are going to be fitting a sub. Well, we'll do parts of fitting a sub. If you watched my old vlogs, you'll know that I got a sub from Facebook Marketplace, but I didn't have an amp or anything. I've since got rid of that, and now I've got one of these, which officially is just an underseat sub with built-in amp. Now the music I listen to doesn't really require me to have a big sub, and this was really cheap on Facebook Marketplace. It was like 35 quid, and that's both built in. I've had this connects to kit laying about for absolutely months, and the amp come with a load of its own wires, because you do need to use this little plug where you wire the remote and power and stuff into it. So I do need to keep all of that. But today what I'm going to do is the remote wire and the RCA cables. Going to try and feed them down the side. Power cable I'm probably going to leave till after, because I don't have a crimp or anything to put the connections on that you get. So we'll just run the cables and then do all of the other bits later. I'm hoping it's going to be plain sailing, but stuff like this isn't, and it's absolutely boiling, so I might give up halfway through because I'm too hot, but we'll see. Right, so this is probably not the most traditional way to do this, but like I say, because I'm not doing the power cable and stuff till later, because you have to remove all of this center console to get the glove box out to get the power cable through. My plan actually is to mount some USB slots somewhere around the center console for the cables from the back of the stereo, because it uses CarPlay. So I'm just going to do this bit first and then do that bit when I've got all of the stuff to finish the job. So this is just the remote wire and the RCA cables. So I'm going to route round here through there and then to the back. So that's what we're going to try and get done today. So I'll just quickly remove these and we'll see what we can do and then go from there. Oh, one last thing, a disclaimer. Never done this before in my life, never fitted a sub. So this is definitely not a how-to, it's more of this is what I did. So just a quick update on what I've done there is remove the accelerator stopper. No idea what this official name is. Just unscrew it with your hand. Obviously I've pulled this panel off. There's a lot of other panels underneath there, but I'm gonna try and route these cables without taking that off. I've just removed the bonnet release. Just a little clip that sits in there. You just have to get your little tool in there and pop it out. A bit fiddly, but it'll come off. And then obviously this should then come out. If you're going to do this, would recommend getting one of these little tools. Just makes life so much easier. So the final bit of this side, there's 2 screws that you just need to undo once you've got the seatbelt cover off. The seatbelt cover just pulls off. Just be careful you don't snap it though. So this is all loose now, so now we just need to do this bit, which you should find this little knob you can just unscrew. Like that. And then that should allow us to pull the seat forward and get rid of that. My seat's broke though, the little fingernails broke. I'm going to order a new one, however, don't really know how you're meant to attach it. So we'll pop these down and then that'll be all the plastics off, and then that's stage 1 complete. Quick side note, this is what I was talking about, so I'm missing that, but I've got one here, but I can't get that bottom bit to go through the little hole to get it to work, so I have to put a screwdriver in there to pop the seat down. So anyone else has got some top tips for that, then do let me know. So I've just quickly unhinged the rear seat, and that's allowed us to just get better access to run the cable through. And I'm probably just going to run it along this groove here on the back seat and into there. So we'll start putting the cable in now. Right, so I've took more of this cover off just so I could see in there, and I've discovered this little black cable which goes in there, if you can just see. So this car used to have a tow bar on for a caravan, so I think that's related to that. So I'm just gonna not touch it, because I have a feeling if I touch it, something else will break. So I'm just running these. I'm gonna push them down the back just for when I do the other side. Probably cable tie these. Maybe to this metal bracket loosely, and then running down the side. So I'm just going to pull them all the way through, do it roughly, and then work out the best place to cable tie to keep them all steady. Right, so I've got the wire all tucked through. My one concern now though is, because I've previously mentioned there's black wire, I think it's alive, and the whole idea is that you're meant to run your RCA cables away from your live cable, because otherwise it interferes. So, but I don't really know if I can just maybe pull that blue bit out and leave that, so I'm gonna have to ask somebody, but I'll leave it as it is for now, and if it causes interference, at least I know what it might be and we can just cut it out. But it's ran all the way through. I haven't really cable tied it because there's nowhere for it to go there. As you can see, it ran in. I've ran it all the way up here and cable tied it here and then dropped it back down. And the idea being that this will be able to sit flush. So it's just a case of putting all the interior bits back on. Quick note, don't do what I've just said and run the cable on this side, run it on this side. I didn't realise this plastic goes on there, so I've damaged my cables a little bit, but they should be okay. So that's put through there now. I did say I was going to tie wrap this to something, but I don't think I will, because it's not really anywhere it can go. And I've done right the way through, put the plastics back on. So it's just these bits to put back on. And then after that it's going to be the power cable, but that involves removing that whole centre console, so that's probably something I'll do a different day, to be honest. But I'll probably just make it all one little vlog, so you can see it from start to finish in case you want to do it. Alright, so this is day 2 of sub fitting, and today's the power cable, which is the hardest job. So I'll just give you a quick update of what we've done rather than me videoing everything. So we took the airbox off just to get better access down there to the little wiring, and we've got the wire through. What I did is, I've seen a few videos online where they've took this whole glove box out, all the centre console and everything. You don't need to, you can access the wire from underneath without the box in. And what we did is pushed through the hole from the inside, and then the hole's big enough just to push the wire through. You don't have to tape it up or anything. So the next job is I'll run the wire to the back and then we'll do the rest. Right, so the install's finished. Power from the battery, opted to use this instead of in here, which other people use, so it seemed a better idea. That's the fuse that come with the kit, is quite excessive, but it's in, and then the cable runs through to the back. Cool, so that's the install complete. Little bit messy on the wires, but jobs are good. Only thing I've got at the minute is it doesn't switch off, which I don't know if it's supposed to stay on or not, but it's working. Obviously I'm not going to let you listen to it because it's pointless on a video, but that is my sub install complete. For the ground we actually used, because I've got an estate, it's got the little socket there, so we use the ground from that and the cable runs round. But yeah, that's it, done, sub fitted. So I shall see you in the next video.